What we have our hands on here with these products is next level. I would never attach my name to anything if I didn't trust and believe in what we have. And the reason I said yes here is because my good friend Karen Ford reached out to me and she said, have you ever heard of the MHE3 product? And I'm like, huh? She goes, it comes with the hops plant. I'm like, yeah, I know all about the hops plant. And so with that, this has nothing to do with hops extracts. Okay? So if the first thing you are going to do, or anybody that you're sharing this with, is going to look up hops, they're going to totally misinform themselves. So that is why you should definitely say that this is an extract called MHE3. Learn to change your verbiage, because if you say this comes from the hops plant, they're going to run to that right away. So yes, Kylie Rager, thank you for the catchphrase. Show them the door. Right, get them in the door and show them the store. Get them in the door. So we have led with Fix. Why? Because April 20th of 2024, Randy Taylor got a phone call and he had a vision of putting an exclusive product inside his snaps, that because he owns the machines, and because of that phone call that was given to him, he finally fulfilled his destiny to put an exclusive product in this snap. That is the story behind this specific product. This is why we lead. This is why this has grown so exponentially, because you cannot get this product anywhere else. You cannot find another product that is safe to give to your dogs, your horses, your children, your people, anybody. Zero stimulation is not going to interact negatively with anything within the body. Anything I'm going to share here, I am not trying to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases, by the way. I'm just giving you my personal professional opinion as an herbalist. But I'm telling you, with all of the data, all the clinical studies, this is why we lead with this product called Fix. Clinical data has shown this. I'm going to run a brief overview of what this product is doing, okay? This is a colorless, flavorless, odorless product. You can get it in here. This is how I give it to my dogs and my horses, right through here. Put it right in their food for the horses, right in the mouth for my dogs. And it's going to do two things. First, we have clinical data that shows that this goes after visceral fat for 9.5 hours. Do not share this as a weight loss product. Do people lose weight, inches? Absolutely. Absolutely. But weight loss is a quick in and out thing. Why? People either lose weight and they're off the product, or they don't lose weight and they say it doesn't work. I'm going to tell you 9 times out of 10, when people reach out to me and say the product doesn't work, I then ask them what they were looking for. If somebody reaches out to you and says the product ain't doing nothing for me, your response should be, what was your expectations? Not how many times have you taken it, when have you taken it, what are you doing? What are their expectations? Expectations is the stepping stone to failure. Because when people have an expectation of something, they're always having a higher level of expectation. And if they're not fulfilled in that expectation, they fail. That is why weight loss is a come and go industry. It's all over the place. It's billions of dollars. It either works or it doesn't. This product is not on trial. We have clinical data that shows that goes after visceral fat. And so when I came here and they were promoting it as weight loss, I was like, oh, there's more to this story, my friends. Did you know that visceral fat is responsible for over 200 different really life-changing, altering illnesses? Look it up. In fact, what is visceral fat? Let's go there. It is a fat that surrounds all the organs under the skin. And what does it do? Stores your toxins. Stores all the toxins. Did you know the root cause of all illness in the world is coming from toxins? Do you know where toxins come from? The air you breathe, the food you eat, the water you drink. When you walk out your door, you're breathing in more toxins than you do when you eat from your own kitchen store. When you walk out the door, you're breathing in more toxins than what you eat at the kitchen table. I'm telling you, people don't realize the high toxic level they're living in every single day. And so when this gets into your body doesn't know what to do as far as toxins go. So it stores it in visceral fat. And so when you're getting rid of visceral fat, which in turn, let me understand this for you, visceral fat holding on to toxins. Toxins give birth to inflammation. Inflammation gives birth to different symptoms. Those symptoms are what you share when you walk into the doctor's office. You say, I'm not feeling well. Here's my symptoms. And if you want to know how to properly share this product compliantly, let's talk about compliance, is you share symptoms. I don't sleep well. I have discomfort all over my body. I literally have not been able to go to the bathroom well. You have to learn to share symptoms, not diseases. This is where you get yourself into trouble with compliance. So start to share symptoms. My hair keeps falling out. I have a lot of, pressure in my head. I can't stay focused all day long. My brain's scattered all over the place. I worry all the time. You can go on and on and on. And where does that stem? The toxicity level in your body. And when this product has been shown to go after and burn visceral fat, I was like, oh my goodness, root cause. We're getting to the root cause of what causes people's illnesses. Don't tell me that's not exciting. Show in the chat how exciting that is. I want to see some heart, some love. You really have to wrap your head around this. This is not another Me Too product. You can't find a product on the market that has that validation. The second component is when you put this in any beverage, I don't care if it's hot, cold, food, whatever it may be, you swallow this, it activates the bitter receptors at the back of your tongue. That in turn activates the largest cranial nerve in the entire body called the vagus nerve. No, we're not going to Vegas to see Terry Camp and Mary. Hello, Terry. We're literally talking about this massive vein, nerve that separates everything in the body, activates it. It's also known as a gut-brain axis. Everybody talks about gut-brain axis because we all want gut health, right? Gut health, the second brain, all the things. Yes, I talk fast. You can watch the replay. I'm excited. I have passion. I have belief because I've seen it now. For 14 months I've been here, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of testimonies. This product is not on trial. So when you activate the vagus nerve, you're activating all 1,100 systems in the body. All of them. That's how many you have. One very bigger one we like to talk about is the parasympathetic nervous system. It's why I see it so crazy fast in my horses. Horses are one of the biggest fright and flight animals available on the planet of the earth. That's all they know to do is run and fly. Alert and fly, alert and fly. That is why we see such great fast results. Zero placebo effect. My horse don't know what he's taking. My dog doesn't know what he's taking. Goodness gracious, if you would see that and start to understand that, your mind would be blown. Some things that people experience when they first get on this product, and this is what I want you to just pay attention to. They have more energy. They have more focus. They have less brain fog. They have better digestion. People that didn't poop or pooping, people that poop too much are now having a regular happy gut flora. Hello, how fun is that? And they just feel good. You can't put a price tag on feeling good. Every day people get up in the doom and gloom and all of a sudden they're inundated. They're picking up this thing here that has a blue light on it that masks and kills your circadian rhythm. They're not understanding why they feel so down. But when they go on this product, they're like, woo, what am I doing? People want to know why our team is having exponential growth. We popped 4 diamonds last month. Every single one of them was in the Amish community. Why? Blinders on, testimonies, word of mouth. They're sharing over and over. Yes, you only saw 2. They work incognito because of their beliefs. Some of them can't be accoladed. So we just do, follow their wishes and not talk about it. But we had 1 hit double diamond, 3 of them hit diamond. How exciting. Why? Blinders on. They're falling in love with the product. They can give to anybody and everything and not worry about side effects. And we share our store. So this is why I'm going to walk right into the other products. So that's what I got on Fix, because this is our flagship product. And it's going to be because you can't change it or find it anywhere else. You got to get that through your head. This isn't another health and wellness product. Something so unique, so different. Nobody else has it. Nobody's going to have it. It took 70 years for somebody to come up with this extraction process again. And guess what? We own it. We own the bugger. All the way from when it's farmed in New Zealand, shipped over to Maple Grove, Minnesota, where it's literally extracted, put in the bottles. We own every aspect of it. This is what makes us different. We don't have a third party here, a third party there. We don't have any of that. We have control of everything. We, meaning Randy. Is this your business? Ask yourself, is this your business? Get mad. Make a decision. Terry, I love that. I've never heard it before, so I wrote it down and I'm going to use it. I love it. So what else are we sharing? New Zealand Fulvic. I'll never forget the phone call last year in January when I heard we were getting Fulvic and I got so excited, and Terry calls me up. We didn't know each other very well. And he's like, what's so exciting about Fulvic? I'm like, what? Let me tell you. And I told him, and Mary's in the background. She's like, I got to order this right now. What? We can't not have this. I need it right now. We weren't able to get it yet. This product, when you pair it with Fix, let me just tell you, it's like a double dynamite product. And our 3 trio, I'm going to get to this one next, is Emulin. These 3 have been our non-negotiable for our entire organization for so many reasons. Why? Because of inflammation is the biggest thing. So let's talk about NZ Fulvic real quick. It comes from New Zealand, the most pristine, cleanest country in the entire planet. That is why the formulator of this spent 10 years trying to find the best source of this fulvic. So he went down in the ocean, pulled the minerals out of the ocean, the purest form, totally unaltered. We now have freeze dried it, so it's easier to use as far as, traveling, get it in, get it out, all the things. I call it the magic melting pot, because you put it in the water, and if anyone gets easily amused like me, you can watch it just go, and it just like a little stir, and it's gone. So I put it in water. I want you to understand why this is important. Your bodies are made of minerals. You come from the earth, and then when you die, you disintegrate into the earth. If you were buried in the soil, you would literally go right into the soil, because your bodies are minerals. So this gives your body exactly what it needs. Why is it important? Our soils are depleted. There is no pure organic anything. If you know the water cycle, I know I go through a lot of stuff. I have a lot in this brain right here. The water cycle of the world. When it rains, it comes from the ocean, it goes up into the clouds, and it rains. So if you have an organic field that doesn't get sprayed, it's still getting some sort of chemical. Why? Because of the whole atmosphere is full of it. So understanding that our soils are depleted, the minerals, you're not getting it when you eat your food. It has been tested over and over again that an apple has, like, again, I don't remember the numbers. I can write them down, but I don't remember it because it's not important. But it has a lot less minerals and nutrition in an apple. You'd have to eat, like, I don't know, a bunch of apples to get the minerals. So this has 70 trace minerals, all of the minerals your body needs. The second you take this into your body, I take it first thing in the morning. It does not matter when you take it unless you are taking medication. If you are taking a pharmaceutical medication, you have to take this either before or after within 2 hours, because it will attach itself to your medication and grab it and pull it out of the body. Because these minerals, when you go in and you take it, the fulvic, what it does is it goes to your cells right away, and it makes your cells permeable. If you have healthy cells, you have a healthy body. If you have a healthy cell, you have a healthy body. So it makes the cells permeable. Most of the time, people have cells that are stuck together. It's like, we call it the Royo effect. They're boom, 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 all lined up. And then they can't get out to all the trillions of microvessels throughout the body. And when that happens, they're like, can't go through. So when the fulvic comes in, it makes these cells healthy. They separate. And when cells separate, it creates oxygen. Oxygen helps people get rid of illnesses. Hello. Also, it makes your blood more alkaline. Hello. Anyone knows that disease cannot live in an alkaline body. So if your goal every day is to be the healthiest version of you, put your health first so you're not out there laying in bed, oh, I'm so sick. I'm telling you, when you take these products religiously, you're putting that armor on so that you can go out and battle whatever junk is flying around in the world. So the cells get healthy, but it becomes more permeable. What does that mean? The nutrition you're taking, it can get in and penetrate and be absorbed. How many of you have gone to the doctor? You're deficient in this vitamin, deficient in that vitamin, you're whatever, you're anemic. I don't care what it is. The reason is because your cells cannot absorb nutrition. That doesn't mean you need to take thousands of milligrams of XYZ vitamin or thousands of milligrams of iron. Did you know that's very toxic? This is what started my study on all the levels of like the cells, was because of people that were anemic. So when you take this product, it makes the cells healthy, it makes them separate, goes after all the free radicals. What are free radicals? Well, each cell is supposed to have a little buddy hanging out here, protecting it from all the junk. And when the cells get sick, that free radical breaks off and starts to cause havoc, and it clogs up your blood. So this goes in like little Pac-Man, starts eating all those little buggers that are hanging out everywhere, gets rid of them. It also helps your body make its own digestive enzymes. So we talked about the gut-brain axis earlier. When you're needing that gut health to go, this helps your body make its own. No better way to help your body than make it make its own digestive enzymes. Make it make its own melatonin. Make it make its own things that it's used to doing. Not that this makes melatonin. I was going off on another tangent. Sorry. This helps your body get to this state with fix of homeostasis. And if you don't know what that means balance. It goes after heavy metals. It goes after anything inorganic, and it goes after the parasites that it helps expel. Do you have a detox effect when you start it? Possibly. What's a detox effect? Well, you might feel a little bloated, or you might get a headache. What does that mean? Drink more water. You can start slow. The dosage of this is 1 scoop. It says 30 servings. This little tub here has more than 30 servings. How do I know this? Because I tested it. I don't know. It depends. It has a lot more than 30 servings. We had a liquid version. That liquid version, also was three droppers. So you could start with a half a scoop of this. If you're somebody who thinks you're really toxic, start with a half a scoop. Get it in your body every day. I'm going to give a little testimony. Terry was on the phone with me last night. My son came in. He had a chemical reaction on his arm. He had blisters from doing something in the shop with the vehicles. And I'm like, okay. So I helped clean it off. And what did I do? I gave him 2 shots of Fulvic. Why? Because anything that shows up on your skin is because something's going on in your guts. 2 shots of Fulvic. And Terry, you didn't know this, but 20 minutes later, all those blisters went away. Poof! Again, not making any medical claims. When you know how to help the body do the thing, and also 2 doses of Fix. So 2 doses of Fix and 2 doses of Fulvic. I have helped people with bee stings. Not going into it. Anyway, all that to be said, I love it. So then let's talk about Emulin. Why am I going to talk about Emulin? Because this product has been life-changing. Terry got relief with his knees that he told you earlier on that, that was in another, I was listening to his podcast this morning. He talked about how he went from 5'11" to 5'10" because of all the things in his knees surgery. And he said this thing helped his knees feel better. I take this twice a day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. So do my children. And this product is supposed to be a sugar chaperone. So if you're utilizing this for that, take 2 of these before each meal so that it can attach itself to the sugars, convert it for energy instead of storing it for fats. That's exactly what it does in a nutshell, but it helps boost your immunity, helps decrease inflammation. It helps your body work at its optimal level. When I heard the guy that formulated this product talk about how when he gets on a plane, he takes 6 of them. I did the same thing. Any of you fly? And you always get off the plane, you're like, I always get the congestion because all the air in the air, right? All the air's airing in there. Yeah, so I make sure I double dose on some stuff. I double dose on Fulvic. You can take more of this when you're not feeling well. And Fix. Okay, let's move on. So we took these products because we wanted our cells to be healthy and happy. Why? Because we want to absorb nutrition. So I'm going to talk about the 125 Drive because Terry brought it up earlier. This product is full of 125 vitamins and minerals, 125. And the dosage of it, when you take this, you feel it. If you're taking vitamins and you ain't feeling nothing, and if you're just peeing water out all the time, you got some really expensive toilet water, my friends. That's most vitamins do not get absorbed because they're in a form that's not absorbable to the human body. These are chelated, methylated. It goes right into your body, right into the bloodstream, and boom, you're like, I feel good. I take this at lunchtime because I want that pick-me-up at lunchtime. I want to feel good, feel alive. Like, you know what? The fun has arrived. That's what I feel like when I take this product. I'm not joking. Ask my family. It even goes down to having the fatty acids. It has different forms of amino acids, 17 essential amino acids. I'm not going to go on a tangent on protein powders, but I'm going to give you this fact. Protein powders, most of them convert into sugar. Again, this is not the opinion of Marketplace Global. This is the opinion of Allison, the herbalist. The reason why you're taking protein is because you need the amino acids. This here has the amino acids in it. And what that does is it helps your muscles to grow and build and be happy. This is crazy. Somebody asked me the other day how to open it. So you got to push the first time and open. Okay? Why is there maltodextrin in it? Because it's a carrier. It's not just an emulsifier. A liquid product is really hard to ship. It can explode if it's going up into the air and down, all the different elevations, all the different temperatures all over the country, all over the world. That is why it's in there, to help keep it in its form so that your body can receive all of the nutrition the way that it was meant to be received. I'm not going to go through everything, but one thing I wanted to point out is the vitamin B12. Did you know, I did a whole study on this not long ago. Vitamin B12 is one of the things that is being studied on how it's leading to some mind illnesses. I'm not going to name them. The mind illnesses that people get when they're elderly that they forget. And if you start to boost your body with vitamin B12, a methylated form, a chelated form, your body will actually then in turn start to create a higher level of cognitive. So this has got 100 mcg, which is 4,167% of your vitamin B12. And when you take it in liquid form, guess what? It gets absorbed into the body so that your body can then be optimal. That is your goal, is to have the best optimal working body, right? So then we add our greens. Why? Because this is the DGLV of all. What is DGLV? The dark green leafy vegetables. It's getting your body into homeostasis, into an alkaline state because you want to fight everything all the day long. You want your body to do the job, so you need to support it and give it the energy and the nutrition. Who here has time to eat nutrition anymore because of the way that our foods are depleted? And all of the products here, I'm telling you, when I sat on the phone with Randy, he told me that he sources all of the ingredients in this 125 drive from the highest elevations all over the world. Why? Because it's the most purest form. It's what I got excited about last year. I sold the product out. I told everybody I had it, and they were buying it and selling it, and all of a sudden, poof, we were gone for so long, he didn't expect it, and so therefore we sold out. It took a while to make the product again because he is not going to skimp on ingredients. Ingredients matter. If you change a formula, you change your entire company. You're going to kill it. And he knows it. So this product here, I'm not going to go through everything, but it's 40 different ingredients. You got different blends. You got an alkalizing blend, which is your dark green leafy vegetables. All organic, y'all. It's got plant medicinals. Hello, herbalist here. You got your cardiac health, your blood flow support, your inflammatory and blood sugar support, energizing blend. Where are you getting energy from? The ginseng root. Somebody asked me if they can drink this at bedtime. Absolutely. There's no caffeine in it. And it's got your detox. Where is the detox coming from? Dandelion root. If you don't know anything about the dandelion, there's a secret sauce behind the dandelion. The reason why they tell you to get rid of it is because it's been known to be one of the best detoxing things and going after really big illnesses. I'm not going to name too much on here. But the reason we can't call this vegan is because it's got royal jelly in it. Royal. R-O-Y-A-L. Royal. Okay? And the royal jelly comes from bees, and it helps to balance out your hormones, and it's very expensive. The fact that they put this in here blows my mind, and it tastes good. You're not drinking cut grass. Goodness, my kids open this up, and they're like, there's no way that this is going to taste like that. I'm like, yeah. It tastes like Tutti Frutti. I'm 46 years old. I'm going to put my age out there, okay? 46 years old. And you remember the Tutti Frutti gum? Maybe it's not the best for you, but you know, that's literally what this reminds me of. And so the fact that I can take this in the morning and my catchphrase for this, and you can start sharing it, write this down. You're getting more nutrition in your body with these products than most people get an entire month. 30 seconds in your body. That's all it takes. Boom, 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 you're done. 30 seconds in your body, you're getting more nutrition than most people get in an entire month. And you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about dosage. You don't think about how many pills, all the things. And then comes in our core immunity. Right now, people are telling me they're so ill. I'm like, take for immunity. But it says on here, I'm like, yes, we have to put things on here for the FDA, just so you know. We have to say that you can't give it to your children. Obviously, this was made, the formulator made this product because his child was suffering with a very big disease, okay? And he needed something to boost the immunity. And so he created this with very specific ingredients in mind. He did months upon months upon months of research to put this formula together, so I would never question why he used this ingredient for that ingredient. We don't formulate. Unless you're in a formulator, you have no idea why they use the ingredients that they use. Most times it's not just what you think. These ingredient warriors go out there, don't use this ingredient, don't use maltodextrin, don't use all these things because it's bad. Have you ever formulated a product? Sometimes they use a specific ingredient because it needs to be in there to get into the cells, to get the mitochondria, to do the thing that it's supposed to do, to protect the product when it ships. There's a reason they use a certain ingredient in this, and I'm telling you, the bugger works. Why? Because there's crud floating around all over the place, and we give this. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. All right. We're going to talk about coffee because it's cold here, Terry. Terry, we went through a cold snap. We were down in the teens and the single digits, and everybody wants to wake up with the cold with a warm cup of coffee. And this is not just any coffee. This is a nootropic coffee. What are nootropics? Brain food. That's all I'm going to tell you. Why do you feel good when you take this product? Because of the ingredients. You got chromate in here, super citramax, the guarana, the saffron, the citrus auranium, the white tea extract, the lotus leaf, teacrine, lion's mane. PEA, by the way, is a huge is a cannabinoid. I spent years studying the endocannabinoid system, and the PEA is helping your body get the hunger hormones in balance, and it helps also in inflammation. L-theanine helps quiet the mind. The green coffee bean and L-carnitine, that's an amino acid. So why do you feel good on this? I'm just going to give you a real quick testimony. When we started in October 2024, my husband did these two products. He lost 30 pounds. I know it's a man thing, right? Men lose weight way faster than women because men don't think as well as women. I said it, Terry, and you're not on screen. Anyway, the coffee is the bomb, and I'm so excited because we have so many people talking about, people that have that crazy can't focus brain, right? They're like, I want to do everything and I get nothing done. But why, when I drink this coffee, I feel amazing? I have a gal in our organization that literally said she could drink a pot of coffee and literally not feel nothing. Like, caffeine does nothing for her. So she took 2 scoops of the Java and she's like, my brain was lit. Not like I had jittery or anything like that. It was literally lit. On fire. And she's like, I got so much done and I felt so good, and so many people are loving it and enjoying it. So this is our lineup.